True story, 6.5 years ago, I'm on Facebook. My wife says I'm on Facebook way too much. But I was that day. I was on Facebook, and I was reviewing this gentleman's resume. And I didn't understand how he and I could have so much in common, but yet we had never met. And so I did a Google. I found his phone number, and I called him up, and I said, how is it that you have all of these things, and I have all these things in common, and we've never met? He said, I just moved to the area from San Jose. I said, I think we need to have coffee. Our first date at Andrini's was 3.5 hours. And that leads me to the story, because my good friend, Chris Kuchera, and I have been doing a lot of combined work together the last couple of years. And regardless of his fact that he's been a life coach and a business coach for 36 years, he's just all-around good scout. For all of you who know Chris, you know that he has this big, huge heart. Now, there may be somebody in the world who has a bigger heart than Chris, but I have not yet met him or her. It gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce the visionary, the founder behind Prevention on Purpose, Chris Kuchera. Chris.
All right. There we go. Well, hey, Jessica, that was awesome. Thank you for setting this thing up today, and thank you guys for being here today. And Jeff, thank you for the introduction. You know, a lot of times people ask me why Prevention on Purpose. So I want to just take you guys through some slides about why I was inspired by Prevention on Purpose. But I can tell you right now, it's a collective effort. It's a collaboration of a lot of people that have made this thing happen today. It starts with the vision, then you get around a bunch of like-minded people, and this is what happens. So thank you for everybody out there for being here today and everybody that made this possible. Degenerative disease is at an epidemic proportions. Would you guys agree? You know, 36 years ago when I got into this business, it was nowhere close to where it is today. It keeps me up late at night and up early in the morning. It drives me crazy. Maybe too crazy. But I believe that's where I'm supposed to be right now. I've been prepared for 36 years for today because it's out of control. And I'm not going to apologize to say that, because it is. Let's just look at one degenerative disease, cancer. We've all heard of that, right? I want everybody to stand up that cancer has affected their life. Either you lost a loved one or somebody is struggling with cancer right now. Stand up. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. That's why Prevention on Purpose. Because this is not supposed to happen. It wasn't designed that way, you guys. You know, it's not right. But because of Prevention on Purpose and a lot of other great things going on out there, we're going to change this. My goal next year, when we come to this room again, and I ask everybody to stand up, that half the people are standing next year versus today. That's what has to happen. Would you agree? So here's the deal. We have been lied to. Not that we don't take any personal responsibility, but we have been lied to. And here's when I say that, it all starts with the media. We want to solve most of the problems in today's world. Unplug the TV. Really. Shut the media off. Because what happens is you watch too much media, they start brainwashing you into think what's good. Now, do they care about the health of America? No. They make money on people that are not healthy. That's the reality. But if you watch it long enough, I call it from the media to the food companies to the pharmaceutical pipeline. That's usually what happens. If we watch enough media, we're going to eat the wrong kinds of foods, and then guess what they're going to do? They've got a pill for us. And if you watch enough TV, you'll be convinced of that there's something for that. That's not medicine. It's not. They're not fixing the problem, right? Guys, this is not food. Okay? It's not. When I say they lie to us, that's what they've been telling you, that it's fast food. It's not food. Let me show you something. In 2014, $384 billion was spent in the fast food industry. Unacceptable. They're creating a big problem. Look at this statistic. Same thing in 2014, $374 billion was spent on prescription drugs. Look at the parallel. Almost the same. Isn't that ironic? I truly believe that the fast food industry is a big, significant contributor to people ending up on pharmaceutical medication. Don't get me wrong. We need intervention. And thank goodness medicine's there when we need the intervention, but not like this. So here's the current mindset. This is what I believe is happening right now. We are a reactive society. Our medicine today is reactive intervention, and they're masters at reacting to the disease that's happening out there today. So we're really good at managing disease. That's what they're good at. They focus on the problem and they treat the symptom. Would you agree? And they call that healthcare. Crazy. So let me share some facts with you really quick here. Sometimes, some of you guys might know these facts and they're a little depressing, but there's a lot of times that we need to look at them again and face reality. We got to give you a little pain so then we can come up with a solution. Because a lot of times people don't know this, but $2.7 trillion is spent on our health care today. That's about 1/6 of our gross domestic profit is spent on health care. They call it health care. $4 trillion by 2021. That's not health care, you guys. It's not getting better. 67% of Americans today are obese or overweight. Diabetes is the next big one. And type 2 diabetes is mostly a lifestyle situation that can be controlled significantly. Some more here, if I can get it. Nearly half the adults are living today with some kind of a chronic disease. 7 out of 10 deaths among Americans due to chronic illness. Degenerative diseases. Today, there's over 200 degenerative diseases. What happened? 50 years ago, there wasn't 200. Neurological diseases. Look at this, over 400. And you're going to hear a lot of people talking today about toxins that I believe is what's driving the neurological issues today. Almost twice the degenerative issues. Uh-oh, where's my tech guy? Here's this. Look, why prevention on purpose? Because 3.5% is spent on prevention. We could fix the healthcare system tomorrow. There's enough people in this room that can solve the problem. I don't know why they don't hire us. We could fix Obamacare real quick. Yes? So here's the question I want to ask everybody today, because this is what just drives me, is why are we okay with these facts? Why are we okay with it? We shouldn't be. We can't keep our head in the sand any longer. We've got to stand up. The power of the people have always been the power. But we've got to stand up. We cannot accept this anymore. We can't. This is why prevention on purpose. So how are we going to solve the sick care problem? We're going to change our mindset. And we hope today when you guys leave here with the information you hear, you start to change the way you think. We're going to first unplug the TV. That's a good start. Stop listening to those things. So we're going to go from reactive intervention to proactive prevention. Right? Yeah. There's enough walk for the cures out there. There's some great organizations doing good things. We don't need to walk for the cure. How much money have they raised all these years? They still haven't found a cure. The cure is proactive prevention. We got to learn how to manage our health, not go on a diet, a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day program. None of those work. I don't know how many homes I've been into as a coach to walk in someone's garage and look at all the things they bought on the late-night TV shows that are collecting dust. Those programs don't work. It's about managing your lifestyle. So prevention is the cure, you guys. Boy, this thing's slowing me down. Okay. Those are my kids. I am not going to stop because my legacy is right there. Okay? How many of you have kids and grandkids in here? We have a fiduciary duty to stop the madness. We do. Because this is our future. 15-year-old and a 28-year-old. That's on both sides of the spectrum. Very, very important generations today in our country. We're passing the torch to them. Or do you want to? Right now, it's not looking too good, guys. But we can change it. We've got to change it. That's why Healthy Families, Healthy Future. Because it's what we do today that's going to change the future. We can't leave it up to them. These kids don't know any different. They grew up with a cell phone in their hand and an iPad. They don't know any different. So it's up to us to give them the tools, the wisdom, and to be the example. How many parents and how many families I coach, the parents say, Chris, fix my kids. I don't want to talk to your kids. I want to fix you first. Help you get right. The kids will be fine. Starts at home, guys, with us. Each and every one of us taking personal responsibility. That's how we change. Don't wait for someone else to change. Don't wait for the White House to change. Change our own house. The world changes real quick. And it's just our house. We can do that. So, Jeff said it today, you guys. Keep an open mind. We're going to push you out of your comfort zone. But I can tell you, it's not a good place to be in your comfort zone. Get out of the comfort zone. Get a sick stomach. Find on the other side of your comfort zone is where breakthrough happens. Okay, so you're going to be challenged today. Your comfort zone is going to be challenged on purpose because our comfort zone has got us in this mess. We got to get out of the comfort zone. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the speakers, and I'll be up to talk to you guys at the end of the event.